वंदे सिंहुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारणं वंदे पन्नगभूषणं शशिधरं वंदे वसूनां पतिं वंदे सूर्यशशाङ्कवह्निनयनं वंदे मुकुन्दप्रियं वंदे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वंदे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वंदे शिवं शङ्करम्. Friends, we have been here in Prashanti. Some of us are for a few days, some of us are for a few months, some of us for some years. We stay here because Prashanti is useful to us. We come to this place because this is useful to us. If it is not useful, we will not come here. Depending upon the intensity of the usefulness, we prolong our stay. If we find the Prashanti to be useful always, at all levels, for all time, we stay here permanently. If we take it only partially, and if we are sure that we can make this usefulness the capital for our life, we will go. The main word is utility, usefulness. Why is Prashanti useful? Prashanti is useful because it has specialized yoga. Prashanti is yoga center. Prashanti is useful because yoga is useful. Yoga is useful at every level, at all times, to all people. To make the matters very simple, yoga is nothing but usefulness. If yoga is useless, we don't take to it. Because Prashanti is practicing yoga, we come to this center. Yoga, you take many other meanings. The simplest meaning, most purposeful meaning, most touching meaning, most practical meaning is usefulness. Among these yogas, jnana, bhakti, karma, raja, yogas, karma is another most important factor. Raja Yoga you may be practicing, you may not be practicing. Karma Yoga can be practiced at all times. Karma Yoga is the quintessence of all the yogas, so also Raja Yoga. But while traveling, while eating, while drinking, while playing, everywhere we can practice Karma Yoga. Because Karma means action. Karma Yoga means useful action. Yoga is usefulness. Karma is action. Karma Yoga is useful action. This mic is useful to me. This mic is useful to you because it magnifies my voice, it makes you hear my voice, it makes my voice audible Therefore, this mic is useful. This cushion is useful. It makes me sit comfortably. It is useful. This hall is useful because it is cozy. It is silent. It is comfortable. It is useful. The sun is useful because he gives us light. The river is useful because it gives us light. Everything is measured from the point of view usefulness. Is the husband useful or not? On the first of every month, if the husband brings the pay packet, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, whatever may be the salary, without making any deductions, without giving that money to anybody on the way, if he brings that money and gives it to the wife will say, you are the most useful husband. Similarly, when the husband returns to the house in the evening at about 5:30, if the wife dresses herself well, makes herself presentable, beautiful, and brings in a tray snacks and a cup of fuming coffee, with a smiling face, if she sits by the husband's side and gives that cup of coffee, she is a useful wife. Similarly, you take anything in the society, either it is an object or a time or a method, everything is tested by means of utility. It is a useful time. It is a useful place. It is a useful method. It is a useful work. Everything is measured from the point of view utility. Yoga is useful. There is another category, uselessness. This mic, suppose, is not working because there is no electricity or because of no electric connections. It is only an ornament, a beautiful mic placed in front of me. It does not work at all. It is of no use. Then it is only an appendage. It is only an ornament. It is only an additional decoration. It is of no use. A beautiful wife, she does not give you a cup of coffee. She does not serve you food. She does not fulfill the needs of the house. She is no doubt my wife. She is no doubt beautiful, but she is useless. Husband, an IAS officer, an IPS officer, does not bring the salary, does not talk sweetly. He is a useless husband. Excellent Mangal Mandir, beautiful hall, but the moment you enter, you find there no people, no electricity, no light. It is useless. You cannot sit. It is full of dust. Every object you shun. Every time you avoid. Every method you don't take up because it is useless. You take it up if it is useful. You throw it away if it is useless. In between the usefulness and the uselessness, there are two more gradations. One is nuisance, botheration. And this mic example, if you take, this mic sometimes works, sometimes does not work. This mic because of the loose contacts, because of the improper amplifier system, it makes the sound of a donkey while I am talking. A dog, like it barks, it makes a creaking sound. Various places I go to address, sometimes some mics are fitted and they are placed in front of me. I do not know whether I am speaking or the donkeys or the dogs speak. My voice is completely submerged. Now and then it is heard. It is neither useful nor useless, but it is a nuisance. Sometimes my wife smiles, sometimes frowns, sometimes scolds, sometimes gives me a cup of coffee with sugar, without sugar, sometimes pours a little salt when she is angry. I cannot predict her movements. When she is sweet, when she is sour, when she is devil-like, when she is good, kind, I am unable to predict, I am unable to adjust, I am unable to know the utility, nor can I throw her out because she is useless. She is neither useless nor useful. The mic is neither useful nor useless. Mangal Mandir is neither useful nor useless. Prashanti is neither useful nor useless. Husband is neither useful nor useless. Several objects, several situations, several methods are neither totally useful nor totally useless. Then they are a nuisance. They are good and also not good. They are favorable and also not favorable. That state is a nuisance state. The body is good when it is in condition. The same body is a botheration when it pains me. Simply because it is painful, I can't throw away the body. Tomorrow it will be again in condition. Everywhere you have this in-between state. The state of botheration, the state of burden, the state of nuisance, the mic example. Anything can be tested, either it is useful or it is useless or it is a nuisance. Fourth category. And fourth category is harmful, dangerous, disastrous, ruinous, killing. And if you take again the same mic example, because of the improper electric connections, while speaking, I placed my hand on the mic. Because of the short circuit, it gives me a shock. Suddenly the voltage has gone up. I get the shock of it. I may fall and die. Dangerous. Wife is sweet, smiling. She brings the coffee, and simply because she appears to be useful, kind, good, affectionate, if I take that cup of coffee, she might have added poison in it. It is dangerous. The husband on the first comes, not brings the salary, but drinks, takes the dagger, takes the stick, beats the wife, beats the children, goes to the extent of even killing. Dangerous. Similarly, travels, situations, times, methods, they are neither useful nor useless nor even a nuisance, but harmful, dangerous, disasters. Every situation, every method, every time, every object can be put under these four tests. Is it useful? Is it useless? Is it a nuisance? Is it a danger? Yoga is an action. It should be always useful. My wife is useful in the morning, not for the lunch. All times. Yoga is useful only when I am practicing the asanas in the morning. Otherwise, no. Always it should be useful. That's why at the psychological level, at every time it should be useful. Useless at one time, useful at another time is no good. At all times. Karma Yoga is that useful activity for every person. Useful to some people, useless to some people. Nuisance to some people, useful to some other people. While speaking, I am useful to some people, useless to some people, and I am a nuisance to some people, then I am not a good speaker. I must be useful to everybody. I must be beneficial to everybody. I must be enjoyable to everybody. I cannot say I must be useful to some and useless to some people. I am useful to some people at some time, not all time. That's also not. Yoga is next to be tested. First of all, is it useful? Then, is it useful to all the people? Yes, that's what Prashanti is doing. For the pregnant women it is useful. For the handicapped people it is useful. For the sickly people it is useful. For the student community it is useful. For the old people it is useful. For the dying people it is useful. For the student community it is useful. For the officer community it is useful. You can take yoga and put it under the test. Is it useful to all? Yes. Next, is it useful to all people at all times? It is useful while you are sleeping. It is useful while we are eating. It is useful while we are playing. It is useful when we are making love. It is useful for the people who are doing their office work. At every time, their main activity of Prashanti is to prove that yoga is useful to every class of people all over the globe, all people. At all times it is being scientifically proved. Almost all the students are given the research topics. How yoga is beneficial. How yoga is useful to all types of people at all times. This is the second test. First useful, second to all people, third to all at all times. Fourth is most important. Is yoga useful only at the physical level? Physical level, if we practice yoga, it gives us good health. What for is that good health? Is it to enjoy the pleasures of the body? Is it to prolong our life? No. This health is the basis. This health is the good ground that I am useful with this health to my wife, to my children, to my office, to my country, to my fellow human beings. At the physical level, yoga is useful to make me maintain my health and youthfulness. And this health and youthfulness will be prompted, will be taken to the utilitarian aspect of the psyche, mind. And that is, how am I useful to the others mentally? To myself first and to the others. Mentally I am peaceful. Physically I am strong. Mentally I am bold, courageous, peaceful and useful. Simultaneously, I do develop that humanitarian outlook. I develop that fellow feeling. I belong to the category of people who have propagated compassion, karuna, like Gautama Buddha, like Swami Vivekananda. They alone live who live for the welfare of others. The others are more dead than alive. That is fellow feeling. My health is not self-centered. My energy is not self-centered. It is not only to indulge in the pleasures of the body, but to keep myself at the disposal of the society. At the physical level, yoga is useful. At the psychological level, yoga is useful. Samatva uchyate. In the pairs of opposites, when there is heat, when there is